This is Mark from Railway Paradise Property Group and the second series of Bali and Beyond. Our aim here is to give you guys correct advice on the do's and don'ts of buying and investing in different islands through the East, which seems to be growing more. I'd like to go back to basics. The basics are on how to buy properly and how not to buy properly. So what we did is we spent some time in Jakarta with the head of the BKPM. This has been centralised by the government. Jokowi's administration is incredible. It's streamlining everything. So when you need a PMA set up or a permit or a licence for a hotel, you will go directly to these guys. This will be online, transparent within the next 30 days. So when a lawyer turns around and tells you that it costs you $5 million to set a PMA up, it's going to cost you $200,000 and show a progressive input into an investment which is going to bring work and income into Indonesia. That's the bottom line. So there's none of this local permit, local this, local that. It's direct to central government and online, which is key. No corruption. I want to go through now basically, by spending time in Jakarta, after doing all the visits to the islands, I wanted to find out from the central government what really is happening with infrastructure. So I can quite honestly and sort of 95% guarantee that the following projects will go ahead. Nusa Lembongan is a favourite of the Australian surfers and many people. A friend of mine, Fredo, was the first person to cut the first blade of grass on there, so we know a lot of history there. A lot of it's been developed, some of it well, some of it not so well, but that's development. You end up with knockdown values, so there is still an investment there. If you're an astute investor, that's still a good place. The west coast, which is the Sunset Coast, is largely undeveloped. A few people over there, a few big houses, but there is a major player from Singapore about to go in there, and he's turned around to me and said, well, Mark, there's no real licenses on Nusa Lembongan at the minute, and I don't really want to sell anything that's going to give a comeback to me later. He's a very, very, very good developer. So he's actually going to spend 10 million building a hotel and then build his villas afterwards off the back of that. He said, I'll get my money back anyway because the value of the villas will be more once I build the hotel. Secondly, Nusa Cheengland. We all know Nusa Cheengland. It's the beauty. It's a sort of sister of Nusa Lembongan. A little bit raw, which is great. You've still got that raw feeling, that Bali feeling. There's a local architect, Fredo. I think most people that live on the island have heard of him. 66, a number of other projects, Cocoon, The Edge, you name it, he's built it. He's about to build a resort on the west coast, which is an amazing white sand bay called Aqua. It's seriously worth looking at if you're looking for a high-end villa. The high point of this is basically the government are about to spend 235 billion over the next 5 years on infrastructure. Now, part of this is toll roads, high-speed trains, but more importantly to what we're talking about, they're calling it the water highway. So they're going to build, let's cut it in half and say 25 marinas. Yeah, with high-speed ferries, which just link the islands through. This is a fact. This is not fiction, it's a fact. And the money's there. This has been taken from the fuel subsidy. When they reduced the fuel subsidy, it created 150 trillion rupiah per month, which is totally being put back into infrastructure. Roads, bullet trains, waterways, the water highway. I think this is amazing and unbelievable. I'd like to end on that note and hopefully get back to more pictures with me on beautiful islands. We've done the groundwork which was going out to the islands, finding out what was real, what's happening, and we've then gone into Jakarta, sat with top-end officials, and I'm amazed at the change and the attitude of the government towards these areas. They want tourism. They want you to go out to these areas. They want you to invest in these areas. It's amazing what's going on in central government. It's amazing for Indonesia, it's amazing for Indonesian people, and it's an amazing opportunity for real, true investors.